channel dashboard. Dang, that video fucking tanked. Cool. Okay. We're gonna go to go live. Go here. We're gonna go to edit. Monetization. On. We're also gonna go to details. We're gonna make it Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Save. We should be good. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug. How's it going, Dashing? What's up, bro? Tiger, how's it going? How's it going? We'll get going here in a second. I gotta ping everybody. We only have 7 games to watch today because it looks like the second game in men's didn't get played. So no rushing right now, right? It's actually good because I got a lot of shit to do on my day off today. My last day off. Salamence. It's Metagross. Licky. Semis. For once I'm not in class, I'm in a passing period. There you go. So you'll be in class soon. How long's the passing period? Like 10 minutes? You'll probably be in class soon if I had to guess. Alright. I bought myself some chicken tendies. I got myself some Chick-fil-A sauce that we bought at home. So, having like budget Chick-fil-A for lunch. Got 8 chicken tenders. I'm fucking hungry. I did not eat breakfast. So, we'll be doing a little bit of munching while we're hanging out today, but I don't think anybody will be too upset about that. Yeah, fuck with Chick-fil-A sauce. 6, yeah. So, not in class, but in class in a second here. OMG, it's here. It sure is. How's it going, friend? How you doing today, boss? Let me turn up the music. It's lo-fi, so like sometimes the songs are really loud, but sometimes they're so quiet. Just prep for it. You can. You can for sure. Trust me. I think Kraft even said in his, like, when you guys were talking post-game, I haven't watched the game. I think he said, like, damn, I should have been this. But damn, wasn't. See ya! This game is a prime example of not prepping for it. Well, see, there you go. It'd be like that sometimes, right? Oh, we got 7 people here. We might start here in a second then. Alright. Are we ready? We're starting with the one men's game. The other one has not been played. I know that it was just kind of not scheduled for well. Snowy? Yeah, I have Snowy. I know it just wasn't scheduled for well, so. But I'm not trying to give out forfeits in playoffs. You know? Especially when both people kind of sucked. I just got something out from what I heard. So, hopefully that'll be played soon. And, yeah. Okay. Also difficult tunnel vision on specific things. Yeah, but that's just draft in general, you know? There's not much. You can't blame a Mon for that, you know? If you're tunneling on something. Alright. I think it's time. We're gonna watch from France side because France here. I don't know if Kraft is here, but France talked. 2 goats, though. Love both of these, community members. They've been around for a long time too, so it's cool to see them both in semis. Fran and Kraft have both been around for a long time. Okay, so on Crash side, I know he's Terra Glacier, right? He's Terra Electric, and I know he loves the electric, which makes sense too. Good neutral typing defensively. Bolt Beam is crazy. Just a strong ass mon here. Actually, it does so well here. Electric plus ice hits everything so hard, but I mean that's always the case, right? It's just perfect neutral coverage. And on Fran's side, we have Terra Flying on the Volk. Interesting. Is there something on the bench that Flying help with? Because I don't really see anything here. Is there something on the bench that Terra Flying helps with? I'm curious. Whereas, let's jump into it. So we have Lead to join the lead Palafin. Good way to take advantage. We can either grab momentum or get a big chunk off on something. Iron Hands is going to get U-turned on, which is pretty dope. Hatterine's going to come and take a fat heavy slam for 83% and a pretty aggressive dazzling gleam. I'm assuming expecting the Goldango. This is probably like an AV hands, which means it takes 0%, right? It takes 0% from hands, so it makes sense to an extent. We're going to have Boo Boo the Ursaluna come in. Air Balloon Goldango comes out as we see a bulk up, so it's probably a bulk up leftovers variant. It is going to be forced out here, though, as a Make It Rain does come out, and that's going to do 65 to the Hariyama. Holy moly. See, now I feel like the music's too loud. I'm going to change it. Holy moly, 65%? Is that AV Harry? It can't be, right? It can't be. Flying with this neutral tool for this match was more offensive bring, so I could run both Quiver and Morning Sun while still hitting everything neutral. That makes sense. The team just didn't have good flying switch-ins. Fire flying is pretty good here. We're seeing another Make It Rain come out. It is not going to knock it out. Ooh, I don't like that from Kraft. See, now, what do you do about their bulk up Ursaluna? It goes crazy into you. It goes absolutely crazy into you. I don't know if that's what we should have done. I think maybe we pivot out if that roll isn't guaranteed, right? Especially after we see the leftovers, I think we have to pivot out. So that's really tough. That's really tough. I mean, Hariyama's going to protect here. I wonder if this is like a bulk up protect variant, as we do see a recover. So, I mean, the Goldango's staying healthy. It's still immune to one of the stabs. As Shadow Ball comes out, it does not do anything with Ursaluna. Now Ursaluna checks you. You don't check Ursaluna. As in Earthquake is going to come out into Palafin. This is going to be a pivot. Good Ice Punch predict on Crash side. We're going to be able to see this is a 2-hit KO. You're going to take some helmet chip, but like, now the water resist is Shamrock. It was super strong Jet Punch. You know that the Volt can't resist the Jet Punch when it tears, which is really, really clutch. We're going to see a Fake Out come out from the Hariyama. Fake Out protect. Last move Drain Punch? Maybe. Maybe. We see a protect, but this is still going to die to Jet Punch, yeah. So we got a little bit of chip off. How's it going, Irish? Welcome to stream. Samurais are going to come out either an Aqua Jet or a Sucker Punch. Oh, an aggressive knockoff. Very nice. A Float Stone does get knocked out there. Must have been something grassing on the other side. Earth Power is going to come out, pick off the hat. Good hat sack, obviously trying to prevent some kind of hazards. Volk is going to come out, though, as Moncan set up. However, for the Volk is broken, guys. We're going to point out everything that could have happened with the Volk. That could have been Yawn. We're going to see a Quiver Dance right here. Psychozar comes out, presumably an Assault Vest variant. Quiver goes up to +2. Dragon Tail, another thing to stop the Volk. Good bring. We're going to see a U-turn come out. Probably going to sack off the Gastrodon. Yeah, that makes sense. Gastro doesn't really do much anymore. I mean, it kind of checks the Samurott, but you also have Iron Hands for that, right? The leftovers are going to pop. We're going to go on to our Palafin. Protect is going to come out as a close combat pops. This is not banded, keep in mind, but the Wave Crash is going to pick this off here. Obviously, just going for the guaranteed KO on this thing is nice, but that Palafin with the Jet Punch in the back could have been a way to revenge a Volk once it started boosting. Down goes Palafin. Out comes Glastrier into Samurott Hisui. You are Terra Electric here, so you could Terra and attack. You do see a Ceaseless Edge miss, which is actually pretty unfortunate when it comes to spikes. As Iron Hands comes out, we are going to see a close combat knock out the Samurott here. Down it goes. Last one, Volk. We know this is Terra Flying, so something that could beat this is just a Wild Charge Hands, right? A Wild Charge or a Rock Slide. We're going to see a Quiver Dance come out into a close combat. I think I heard about this. This thing was not an electric or a rock move. It's not an electric or a rock move. This is last mon. We can't Dragon Tail it out. It was unfortunate, the positioning that Kraft was put in. But we see Terra Electric here. Good plays by Fran to not Terra. We see That only does 38. This is like an AV Glastrier. It's just a max defense Volcarona. If this was like any less bulky, it could have obviously 2-hit KO'd it. But keep in mind, there was still the possibility of a Jet Punch in the back. If he, kept that around, there was the possibility of a Fake Out Hands. There's the possibility of an Electric move Hands or a Rock move Hands. There was ways to beat this Volk. It just, they didn't come or they weren't preserved. So I don't think that this game was a result of Volcarona being broken. I think it was a result of Fran being put in an ideal situation. Granted, they positioned very, very well, got in the Volk last Mon, and it was able to set up and win, but it wasn't like Volk auto won. There's also the Yawn Gastro earlier that could have yawned it and forced it out. So, there's a lot. I mean, this is a wrap here, right? Like, this is a wrap, but it's a rough one. It doesn't have any type of recovery or any type of way of hitting it. So, what can you do, right? Terrifying comes out, knocks out the Cyclozar. Then out comes the Goldango, which obviously dies to a +3 flamethrower because it is a Volcarona. So, having one stab on Iron Hands is, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, Volk is strong, but yeah, definitely crazy. Definitely a tough one. Again, I think Kraft played well. I think he just didn't have enough for the Volk in the builder. And when I'm playing about like Volk in Free Tarot, right? I want my hands, if it's going to be one of my checks. If I'm not hands be one of my checks, I want multiple ways of hitting it, right? I want Heavy Slam for Faria. I want Close Combat for like random Terror Steel variants or something like that, or any like neutral typing to fighting because they're strong as shit. But I also want Wild Charge for flying and water and things like that. I don't know the hand set to this day. The last one was probably Volt Switch or Ice Punch. No, it wasn't Ice Punch because it wasn't clicking Ice Punch. It would have clicked Ice Punch. I think he played well. I think Fran brought a really good team. It just didn't have enough for Volk. Or Kraft brought a really good team. It just didn't have enough for Volk. So you play either Tark or whoever Tark plays. I don't remember what game that is in the division. Fran's gonna win men's. Let's go. We're calling it now. We'll see who they play. We'll see who they play. Okay. Sorry, I was just reading something on the side. It's me. Hey, what happened with that game? I heard y'all were not very proactive in scheduling. I heard we were not very proactive in scheduling. Do you know when you guys play? Have we scheduled yet? Because I don't want to forfeit in playoffs, you know? Okay. Jump in the next. Anker versus Halpert. The Mence member. The Salamence member who made it the farthest with prep help from yours truly a couple times this season. I don't know how many leagues Halpert has played in before, but I know he's relatively new. And I've been very impressed how he's played this season. Very, very impressed. Anker has a really scary team though. Anytime you play an Annihilate that can tear, it's scary. The Double Ghost is always terrifying too. Because the Double Ghost beat the Dark types. It is you. So watch from your side because I don't think Halpert's here right now. Oh, Snowy. You're gonna hear a bark every once in a while because the window's open. You're scaring them away, the squirrels or whoever it is. Oh, it's fine. Come here. Stop it. I'm trying to stream. You're being bad. Snowy. Hey. We'll do our best. I might hear random barking. But that is day in the life of owning small dogs. Okay, let's take a look. So, on Anker's side, it looks like we have Terra Ghost Ape. I'm pretty sure it's Terra Ape, right? No shot, it's not Terra Ape. That is Snowy. I have to grab her in a second. Terra Ghost Ape and Terra Psychic Glade. which is interesting for sure. They just went, how's it going, Honky? They just went, stabs. Which is pretty cool. I mean, to be fair, holy shit, look at Terra Psychic Glade. It goes crazy. And look at Terra Ghost 8. It also goes crazy. Now, you don't really want to Terra into the Ghost type until those Dark types are gone. Right? Because they're strong. Like, these monsters are strong as shit. But once that's gone, you get to Terra Ghost. Okay. So, we have Electro lead into the Greninja, which is a bit unfortunate for Halberd. He's going to be forced out immediately. As the Rotom is going to double in. Maybe scouting for a Scarf Gren. Definitely fair. We're going to go back out into our Landers on this Zarude. Eat up the hit because of our Intimidate. As a U-turn comes out, we saw leftovers, so didn't have to, fear Scarf or anything like that. As rocks do go up on this side. Are we going to make the pivot into Ape to Spin Block? We are. As a knockoff comes out, so good knock from Halberd. I'm going to grab Snowy real quick. Come here. Why are we barking? Chat, everybody say hi to Snowy. She got a haircut yesterday, so she looks like... Tell me she doesn't look like an old white lady. She looks like an old white lady. Don't lick my hand because I'm having chicken. Is this your game? Everybody say hi. They're not giving me notifications for streams. Bum ass YouTube. Snowy, isn't that's a shame, huh, Snow? I'm gonna sit like this for a little bit, see if this will calm her down. Let her sit on my lap. Okay. I'll take a break from my chicken for a second. Okay. So, good knock by Halberd. Snowy, you're famous on the internet. Okay, go ahead and lick my finger. We see a good knock. Leftovers are kind of come out, but now this is a very strong Rage. Just hard Articuno on a Drain Punch there. Maybe just hard reading, like, hey, they're gonna go for the Drain Punch, expecting one of my Dark types to come in. But that 100 power Rage Fist, I might have just clicked it because it's not like they do not that much damage. What do I think about this position? So one team I goobed and the other team that goobed me. Truly the duality of man. Snowy, what do you think about this positioning of Diancie versus Articuno? The people want to know. Can you tell them? No? Okay. Okay, so we have Diancie come out. If this is a spiking set, that's really good here. As an agility comes out, ooh, we can't be spiking no more. We cannot be spiking no more. We're probably just gonna see okay, so an Encore comes out, which is definitely fair. I want to stop that thing from, like, agility, calm minding. If it's like a weakness policy set, you don't want to proc it and then literally just lose the game. So Encore is a very safe play. We now have a 150 power Rage Fist, but we still click Drain Punch. Why are we Drain Punching? Okay, out comes the Rotom as a Freezing Glare comes out. And so you protect, gain a little bit of passive lefties, which is good, into a position like this, where we're taking a ton of damage from these Freezing Glares. It looks like Halberd is just kind of reserved to sacking this thing off and getting a little bit of damage on this Rotom. So, that's obviously nice. We're going to go into our Electrode. We're going to Volt Switch on the Zarude, which does show to be boots, so it's valuable information for Anker to know now. He knows that his Gengar will outspeed this thing if he does get the slow momentum into it, which is, I think, really valuable. So, like, Rotom Volts out, or the Electro Volts out, he'll be in a good spot. So, we're going to see U-turn on the Donphan coming in as Trode comes out. Are we going to see an aggressive Volt? Are we going to see an aggressive Volt? We do just see a Leaf Storm. Crit does 43. Holy, is that Specs? No, it's not, dude. That's just strong-ass Trode, bro. That's just strong-ass Trode. We see a Jungle Healing pop here. Are we going to see, like, a Resto Chest? No, because it got knocked, right? Oh, and we see a Terra Ghost. And we just Rage Fist. This is also Assault Vest, I'm just now realizing. That's a pretty aggressive Terra right there. I'm really curious as to why that ended up popping. Wow! That was an aggressive Terra, expecting the Donphan, I guess. Holy moly, yeah, because the Crunch is going to come in and kill. I don't think that crit mattered. I do not think the crit mattered. We're going to be able to get just a free U-turn off here, or an EQ, if we expect the pivot out. Yeah, Dragalge's going to come out. Good EQ! I actually really like that Earthquake play from Anker. I really like that EQ play from Anker, because you can't really sack this Zarude. Because it's really your only way of not losing to Trode and Rotom, but mostly the Trode. Like, you kind of just get volted on until that thing wins. So, I like that Earthquake play a lot, because it did nuke something in the back. That was a very good play. That was a very good play. Terra was way too good. Especially when you pull up with the Terra Ghost right into the Zarude's mouth. So when Agility comes out, this Gallade does have the chance to do some damage. We see a good pivot out here. We sack off the Gengar, it looks like. Psycho Cut is going to pick it off, obviously, as a Landers comes back in. It's not Clear Amulet, unfortunately. I don't think you would have killed it anyways. It looks like that was a pretty physically defensive Landers. Holy moly. And now from this point, I'm pretty sure the combination of Rotom, plus, what do you call it? Electrode wins. I'm very interested to see why we went into the thing there. Seemed a little over-aggressive to keep the Landorus. It doesn't really seem like a needed Pokemon. We do have Rindo on our Diancie, so we are going to Moonblast. Now, I will say, you are in a very bad position here, right? The one way this game can go wrong for Anker, way this game can go wrong for Anker is if Halpert was a Battle Bond Gren, which it probably wasn't because it was a lead Gren, but if it was a Battle Bond Gren, and we see that power come out into this Diancie, right? Does a clean 42. From there, if they decide to crunch instead of Power Whip and take this knockout, say you crunch, then you go into Gren and you pick the KO, you win. Gren dies, or Rotom dies, this dies, because you're faster. So, Battle Bond would have won. Battle Bond would have won if they took the KO at the right instant. So this is going to be Protean, though, it looks like. And that's like max Spidef. Holy fucking shit, dude. Oh my goodness. It's Scarf Gren, which is going to do no damage. Oh my god, what a weak Pokemon. And it is going to be the end of the game. But yeah, very good EQ play on the Dragalge, because it also covered another thing that stopped things like Trode and Rotom really, really well. So, well played by Anker. There was a couple of really over-aggressive plays. I think saving the Landers was unneeded. I think that, what do you call it? There was a position where Battle Bond Gren could have won, but it wasn't Battle Bond. So, we're good. Really scary one, though. Really close one, but good win, Anker. And good season to Halpert. Obviously, everybody who loses today, great season, by the way. Obviously, you made semis, which is really, really impressive. All right, we good now, ma'am? I would like you to lay down so I can finish my stream. It's a short one today. Thank you. No, I see your ears perking up. Don't be a dick. All right. Battle Bond would have won from that position, but it obviously was not Battle Bond, so... It's so weird that we live in a generation where, like, Battle Bond Gren isn't, like, the best bring or, like, is allowed. It never would have happened before, by the way, for those of you who were around in Gen 7. It wasn't allowed in Gen 8, but it never would have been allowed in Gen 7. I played on Drew being really valuable for Halpert. Yeah, for sure. I mean, it was really good here. It was really good here. Actually, no, to be fair, I think keeping the Lander around was right. Because, like, Zarude Super was like, super close to winning. Zarude was super close to winning if, like, Diancie took any chip. So that's smart. Hey, speaking of semis, I won mine that I mentioned last time. Let's fucking go, Iris! Shout out, it's good stuff. Yeah, it was a little bit more broken than what we have now. Alright. Ooh, the Salt Team. Or one of the Salt Teams. Fun. Okay. So, we have HJ No versus Big Boyer. Is that you, Hunky? I feel like it is. It might not be. But I feel like it is. Ashram was nuts. Yeah, Ashram was absolutely insane. Like a ridiculously broken Pokemon. Hold on. Let's see who this was against. Who was this against? It was Quinn. Quinn is, Big Boyer. Okay. Damn, I still got 3 more chicken strips. Maybe 8 is too much. I was hella hungry earlier, though. Another Volk, surprising, huh? We'll see how it goes for him. Alright. So, on HJ No's side, we have Terra Water on the Chiyu. This is interesting here. I'm very interested to not see grass, actually. I know that makes you weak to the Volk, but, like, interesting. And then on, Quinn side, we see Terra Dragon, which is also pretty cool. I swear this happens every time. Oh, yeah, I always forget who Big Boyer is. Quinn did really good this season, too, which is the funny part. So we are heavy duty boots, we see the lead Chiyu. As a taunt comes out. Okay. Dark Pulse is 57. That's not what I meant to do. There's Quinn's ladder settings. There we go. As a Dark Pulse comes out. I wonder if this is like a Fire Spin Chiyu. Does not look like it is. Garganacl is going to come out. On turn 2. This is for sure going to be a Covert Cloak Amoonguss, by the way. No way it is not. As we see a Worry Seed come out. That's cool tech. To get rid of Purifying Salt. And be able to spore it or something. That's really cool. It's a really good guard check. You know what does really well here? Is fucking Tauros. Tauros shreds this stall, dude. Goodra is going to come out now. As it looks like Gastron is going to be the pivot of choice as it takes a flamethrower very, very well. And Earth Power is going to come out only to 23. Hold the Assault Vest, and this is going to be a Dragon Tail variant. That +1 attack, that did a chunk, man. Amoonguss is next out. It only takes 50 from that hit. And it's going to sub down, so it's sub Worry Seed. Okay, and at -2. That's not going to break. We get off a big Stomping Tantrum here for a nice little 25%. And unfortunately, this Goocha's like pretty much dead. Yeah, it dies here, just kind of chipping down the Amoonguss, but the Amoonguss is going to be able to get that back from regen. Tauros comes in, and Tauros just claim a kill. So, dude, I think Tauros coming was really smart. It's Scarf as well. Which means this is a Revenger that +1 Volk with neutral strong physical coverage. You know what typing the Volk is too, so you know it will never resist Body Slam, which is really, really clutch. I like that bring. That's a good bring. Light Screen is going to come out as the Gastron pivots in on the Slowking. Probably electing to get up a Spike. And then just Earth Powering for some chip damage. Okay. Pseudo Reception comes out. Out comes Garg. Ice Beam does nothing. And the Salt Care comes out. And that probably wasn't the one we wanted to take the Salt Care. But I guess at the same time, it's not like Amoonguss can really switch in super well. So, that's tough. Protect is a bit aggressive there, because, like, this thing could have for sure just recovered, right? Is it not recover? I'm really curious. And gonna go down to Salt Care here, so Garg is doing his job. Really wearing down the stall. Now comes Non-Book Volk. I wonder if this has to be Covert Cloak, right? It's gonna Terra Dragon and sub. Okay. Really trying to take advantage of this thing. I'm gonna see a Quiver Dance. I mean, 2 Salt Cures will break the sub. For sure. But from here, you're good. Yeah, it looks like Volk isn't winning today. Right? Oh yeah, see, that's what we call a wrap in the business. And then we're gonna protect. Terra Blast Dragon doesn't do anything, and this goes down. I love Covert Cloak. It's a good item. But yeah, look at that, guys. Volk was aptly dealt with. Hey, chat. I think that HJJ prepped really well for the Volk. He had a great defensive check, something that pivoted in, and he had a fast physical Scarfer that hit it neutrally and didn't rely on just raw physical coverage. Woo! So yeah, I mean, it would have lost if it was Boots anyways, too. It lost 1v1 to this card. You are going to see the Amoonguss come out. It's going to take a Salt Cure here, so... I mean, Garg is just going crazy. I think Garg just smashes here. I don't think there's anything that, can do. Quinn can do. I think that he just didn't prepare well enough for the Garg. I think he needed more Covert Clizzies, which nothing was. Yeah, it doesn't look like anything had a Covert Cloak on. Well, it's stall. That's just how the team functions. Right? Now, is stall worse this generation? For sure. But you can for sure build a stall team. Instead of other ones that could do damage, yeah, it's just different playstyles. You know? Sub Sneezer is cool. Sub Whiter, Sub SD Whiter, that's pretty sick. I like that. Yeah, we're just gonna see a bunch of CCs come out. This thing subs down on... No, it doesn't sub down on Among Us because it is Stomping Tantrum. That's probably why it was Stomping Tantrum. See another close combat. And Among Us isn't gonna be able to win, you know? Ooh, Acro. That did nothing, by the way. No more Insomnia. We're just gonna Acro here. Stomping Tantrum knocks it out. Shout out to Among Us. Killing that shit. And Flamethrower Chiyu picks it off. Garg is such a polarizing mon. I want to use it, but Cloak is such a deterrent. Yeah, it's a mon that, like, really forces a ton of prep, and I think does better the less experienced the player base is. Because, like, as long as you have your covert mon and you keep it around that checks Garg, you're fine. I actually think Garg is best in a setting where it can run, like, curse sets. And not curse solid cure sets, like curse offensive EQ stoned sets. I think those sets are really strong because people expect really passive play from salt cure sets. From salt cure, iron defense recover, body press, maybe a protect mixed in there, maybe some rocks, something more defensive. But when Garg can run a little bit more offensive because you're forcing so much prep with those covert cloaks, I think it's really cool. So, yeah. Alright, only 3 more. Wow. What a short stream, dude. What a short stream. Because they don't if it's really good, yeah. I mean, there's a ton of mons that are like very polarizing in prep, and if you don't prep for them, you get cooked by them. But if you do, they're kind of mediocre. Espathra is a big one. I think Espathra is super mid. There's a Tink-a-Tink! That was very fun to use, so. So it's Zeke versus Kaylee. 2 goats. 2 absolute goats. I'm sorry, I'm so hungry. I have to eat my chicken tendies. This is Tikaton's debut. I'm trying to see why it came. I'm really looking so hard. Why is Tink-a-Tink here? Kaylee, can you explain to me why Tink-a-Tink is here? I need to know. Especially because you're giving me time to finish my last tendy. Oh, Tinka-Tough, not Tink-a-Tink. Sorry. Wrong Tinky Binky. Moral support the damn Hatterene. I guess you do get... Oh, but you have a Glow King. What are you tripping my Hatterene for? Just like Life Orb Psyshock is scary? I feel like Glow King eats Hatterene alive. Tink-a-Tink is the baby one? Ah, makes sense. I got my Tinkies mixed up. Alright. Oh my gosh. Dude, I got